Oh my lord, I remember this when this was. Refs called an incomplete pass against the Saints,
Way out of this.
which was clearly a fumble. This dude turned, caught the ball.
AM Sideline Report, where you go to crew. Touchdowns and tackles, we give you the view. Huddle up, football fans, this show's for you. From the pregame hype to the final whistle, true.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the AM Sideline Report. I'm your co-host, Marcus, and with me,
You forgot the PPPs.
and with me as always, Arnold. Yeah, welcome, guys. Episode 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to episode 20.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Like, it took so long to get episode 10, and now
They're kind of flowing,
they're
right?
just flowing. They're just coming, man.
Yeah,
NFL season started. There's lots to talk about every single week. So
that is also true.
yeah, so seeing as there's lots of things to talk about, let's kick off directly with some Gridiron South African news.
Yes. So in Jeffreys Bay, right? There's a flag football clinic. So along with Christina and Chris, the American couple that's also located in Jeffreys Bay, YAFFL, Gridiron South Africa, basically will be hosting a flag football training clinic in little Jeffreys Bay in Cape in South Africa. Effectively happening on the confirmed now as per our previous episode. We were unclear on or we're still deciding times and dates. Confirmed now, 25th and 26th of October. 25th of October will be roughly from about 10 a.m. to about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. This is basically where the kids get to learn how to play football, and the adult coaches that are signing up will get to understand also a little bit the basics of the game, but also then how to effectively coach the kids. And then Sunday, 26th of October will be from about 12 to 4 p.m. And this is pretty much a day of fun.
Yeah, some
Extra fun. It's like the extra day. This is where the kids will form teams, coaches will manage the teams, and we basically get to play around a little bit, have a couple of games and a little tournament kind of thing.
have a bit time.
Let's see how the games go. As mentioned, it's not just for the kids, it's also for adults. Pretty much trying to get anybody that's interested in football, that is also interested in potentially coaching a group. And then also possibly also officials as well. If you potentially interested in officiating a game or interested in the rules and that type of thing, then there is a officiating clinic or officials clinic as part of it. So there's currently in Jeffreys, we have Chris and Christina's group, and then obviously our
J-Vane Dolphins,
which no members yet, but we'll that
this clinic will help a lot. Gonna find some players.
Exactly. And then also the idea is to potentially grow the number of teams in Jeffreys as well. So again, also for potential coaches and that type of thing that are looking to expand or looking to set up a team here. Then the idea being that eventually we'll have at least a local clinic, a local league clinic. I don't know why I say that.
I still said but I'm new. That's wrong.
A local league here in Jeffreys, at least, and then expand out, and then potentially set up like a local Jeffreys Bay tournament, or league, potentially Kocha region.
Because it can be really easy. There are ones in Cape Town, there's ones in Gauteng,
and then expand out into the Eastern Cape, and then obviously go into like a sort of a nationals tryout as well for a nationals team eventually as well.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah,
it's so sick.
Yeah. So everybody's welcome. When I say kids, I mean younger folk. That boys and girls are welcome to participate. From ages we're kind of looking at between 10 and 17. Adults, obviously, anybody over 18, welcome. So yeah, both participatory groups are welcome. Happening at GLA, that's the Global Leadership Academy in here. It's a school here in Jeffreys Bay. So that's happening both days at that venue. And there's a QR code that should be popping up on the screen about now. Scan the QR code and complete the form to sign up.
Yeah. That's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be sick. So if you're a kid between 10 and 17, boy or girl, please come or get your parents to sign you up and come and join us in the fun. If you're an adult and interested in either officiating or becoming a coach, we are looking for officiants. Is that the word?
Let's just call them referees, man. Like,
we're looking for referees. We're looking for coaches. Like we said, we have 2 current teams at the moment. We have JB Dolphins, we have Chris and Christina's team. And we want to just grow, man. We want to build your sport here in not even Jeffreys Bay, Eastern Cape, South Africa. Like we said, there's teams in Cape Town, there's teams in these kind of teams in Cape Town. There's a KwaZulu-Natal, not Gauteng. Yeah, I'm not sure what KwaZulu-Natal.
I think that's the next stop in
because I know there's like what's the word I'm looking for? The Sapple Tackle.
Yeah,
so it's more or less that side. But I'm not sure about the kids yet.
Yeah, I think the flag football is starting to expand.
Yeah.
I think we're one of the first stops on the tour around South Africa to grow the sport. And so this is a great opportunity to get in on the ground levels, right? I think I mean, keeping in mind flag football is now an Olympic game.
Yeah. Olympic recognized sport.
That's the words I was looking for. Yeah,
the Olympic recognized sport.
So we are looking to try and send a team. Obviously, the earlier games in June, that's Gridiron sent a South African representative team up to Egypt in June this year.
Yeah,
and to try and get South Africa participating and also to potentially compete in the Olympic Games in 2028. So there's definitely a lot of movement in the space, and you know what, it all starts at the ground level, right down at the kids. I say kids, but I mean like from younger the younger ages, younger folk.
Them younger folks.
Yeah. So I mean, ideally we'd like to get in on that level, and then build it into the schools, high schools, varsities, colleges, and then also adults as well, adult teams and things. So yes, there is potential for a lot of growth, a lot of recognition in the sport. It is becoming big.
It's becoming massive. So we're doing big.
Yeah. So I mean, if you think about it, right, there's already the States participating. Most of Europe participates in flag football. A lot of African countries already participating.
There's Southern American as well. Oh,
yeah. So
North America, like Mexico, but there's also Southern America.
Yeah,
Brazil participates as well. European, there's Spain. I think there's the Italy team we've seen as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch of teams. I just mean like there was the European Championships that was held earlier this year. June was the African Championships. I think there was 8 teams already participating there. So yeah, it is definitely a massively, or to put it in your words, a massively growing sport. And we're trying to get it off at the moment in South Africa, getting like at the base levels, and then
get the kids into it and then grow up into the sport.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
100%. So if you guys are here or live in Jeffreys Bay, 25th, 26th October, come join us at GLA, man. It's going to be awesome. Sign up on the QR code that's back on the screen right now. Sign up today.
But even if you don't live in Jeffreys or live in the surrounding areas, there's a bunch of little areas around here. There's Yobotina, St. Francis, Koch, and Humansdorp.
And Potentia.
Exactly. Yeah.
Francis.
Yeah. Yeah. So feel free to pull in. Come check it out. Participate if you can. It's not a lot of it's not a massive amount of time. I mean,
it's free, damn it.
Yeah, there we go.
It's free. Just come show up.
Yeah,
sign up, show up, and see if you're interested, man.
Yeah,
that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, but moving on to some NFL news.
Well, I guess NFL is the big topic at the moment.
Yeah, NFL is the main thing at the moment. So moving on to some NFL news. Brian Branch suspended.
Yeah, I saw the.
Yeah, so Detroit Lions safety Brian Branch has been suspended for 1 week and forfeits his game check, missing Week 7 game against Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, but this for me was also a bit of a dubious call, right?
Yeah, the entire situation was just blind.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just blind. So after the Lions' 30-17 loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, Branch caused a massive post-game brawl, massive fight. I saw the clip. What's his name? Patrick Mahomes came up to him, wanted to shake his hand. He walked away. No, screw you. I don't know you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Tapped on his shoulder. Walked up to it's Juju. Yeah, Juju Smith-Schuster. Yeah, walked up to him and just danked him.
Yeah.
All the news article says punch, but if you watch the clip, it's more like a
open-handed push.
Yeah, it kind of was uncalled for from him, but I understand where he comes from, in the sense, like if read what he said. So Brian Branch said, "I did a real childish thing. I'm tired of people doing stuff in between players and the refs don't catch it," which we've seen plenty of times.
Yeah, finish the quote because we're going to discuss this now.
Yeah, let me finish the quote quickly. They be trying to bully me out there. I shouldn't have did it. It was childish.
Yeah. All right. So yes, they picked up on the reactionary part, or the retaliatory part to it. I do understand his frustration. Yes, it was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Right. Don't handle it that way. It's the wrong way to do it.
Meet him at a bar. So that's even worse, bro.
The problem is in the NFL, your actions outside of the game are also brought into the game. You judge on the
just outside as well. Cops are called and things like that.
Also and also if a lot of people have cameras out and somebody gets a camera and then it becomes public, and then the NFL has to take a step as well. Because you're an NFL player.
Yeah.
So the league has to react as well then, but. At the same time, I do understand his frustration, though, right? I mean, let's talk the Chiefs. Let's talk about the Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs are terrible.
Yeah.
So we get away with freaking murder, man.
Yeah. So we thought end of last season, right?
Yeah.
2024 season. That's it was kind of blatant then.
Yeah. It was fairly obvious.
Yeah. Chiefs kind of paying off the rest.
Yeah.
Right. Effectively, you're walking on the field. You've got 15 players on the field. I mean, that's the other team's playing with 11, you playing with 15.
Yeah.
That was how the Chiefs games went last season.
Hence why they were 11 or 12-0 last season.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah. So fine. They went through the season. I think a lot of people called it out. So there was a lot of commentary on the matter. And then the Chiefs come back, and this season they aren't doing so well.
Right? Struggling.
Yeah. And to be fair, they have a bunch of players out at the moment. Injuries, suspensions,
right?
Yeah. So you'd expect them to be not doing as well, but they're not doing anywhere close to top caliber.
What we're playing.
Exactly. So they we've discussed this here. Offline kind of thing. Yeah, for quite a bit.
We need to have a 24/7 camera.
Yeah.
Oh, while we talking.
Yeah, but the Chiefs this season, yeah, okay, yeah, they started bad, but they're not like everyone is going. Well, everyone was saying last season there was a lot of commentary about Patrick Mahomes being MVP and like being the GOAT and great, whatever. Yeah, he's a good quarterback. Let's not deny that. He has his moments and he does have a bit of talent and he's a good quarterback. Yeah, he's not great. There's a lot of worse off quarterbacks currently in the league as well. But yeah, he's a good quarterback, but not the greatest. Yeah, he's not even great. Yeah, he's not. I wouldn't even say he's above average. Like he's barely bordering the line, maybe between average and
Yes.
really good kind of thing.
I see him as mediocre, man.
Yeah, he does have great catch moments. Like he can get out of sticky situations, I think, and
Last 30 seconds, you didn't get downfield just for that field goal.
you pull Mahomes onto the field.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah, fair. He's good at that. Yeah.
but in the broader sense of this of the game kind of thing, he's pretty much average. Most QBs put up better numbers than him. He's not he doesn't really, he doesn't strike you as the like great, like you don't go watch a game because Mahomes is playing.
You do that because Drake May is playing.
Yeah,
Well, shut up.
I'm still on the fence about May. But in saying that as well, right? So I mean, like a lot of the games last season, going through last season, the 2024 season, we had the defense, the Chiefs defense carrying the carrying the game. The rest of the offense putting up numbers that's or putting up the type of plays that you needed to get to saving Mahomes actually in a number of cases, like the talent of the offense, like Titan, Chelsea, etc., recognizing that Mahomes is in trouble and coming back, creating the opportunity for him to get out of it. That's on Mahomes. Yeah, that's on the rest of the team. So the entire team kind of really worked well together to elevate that to or to boost that up to Mahomes and say, okay, yeah, but it's because of Mahomes. Yeah, no, but not at all. Exactly. Yeah, he's there.
He's me.
Yeah, exactly. And I think coming out at the start of this season now, not doing so well, and then all of a sudden, maybe palms weren't greased in the right way, or there were negotiations had failed somewhere along the lines. But at the end of the day, like they didn't start well, and it seemed, or at least it appeared, that the initial Chiefs games were kind of being a bit more fair. And you can see that
they started 0-1. Were they not 0-2 or were they 1-1? I can't remember now.
I think they went 0-2, and then they were looking at 0-3, and or at least that's what I remember, but I might be mistaken.
Yeah,
the thing. But
I remember 0-1, and we still partied.
Yeah,
just 0-1.
But at the same time, now all of a sudden, Chiefs can't go three without three in a row at a loss, and so whoopsies,
Yeah, they're going to be 2-4.
Yeah, they're going to be 2-4, and well, what happened?
People got paid again.
Exactly, and I think it's pretty clear in the like if you watch closely on the games,
the Lions and Chiefs game.
Yeah, the Lions Chiefs game. I mean, yeah, calls that should never have been made were made. Things that should never have been called.
Yeah,
or things that should have been called were never called. I mean, the Chiefs went 0 penalties, right?
Yeah. So it's the first time since 1970 something.
Yeah,
seeing this game. bullshit.
And if you watch the replays, there are clear, obvious moments where penalties were incurred. But
there was Aiden Hutchinson being pulled 5 times in 5 different players, and no holding penalty was called.
yeah, exactly. And so yes, so bring this back to branch. Yeah, I understand. Like I can completely understand that action. There's a level of frustration. Your team just lost. You're getting penalized effectively for the other team paying off the rest effectively. Or at least whatever it appears like. They're making plays that or there's definitely penalties on goals. They're not getting blown up, but you even look like you're stepping out of line. And you get called up. It's not even you haven't even done anything, and all of a sudden like you're being blown up for a penalty, and it's like it stands.
It's ridiculous, right? Because like I put down here, so rule states, that if you point at a player after a play or a touchdown, it's flagged as taunting. If you spin the ball in that direction, same, after play or touchdown, it's flagged as taunting. And then also if you flex at a player,
that's
I'm not gonna, I put nothing here. If you flex, the ladies will love you. But if you flex at a player, same thing. Mahomes did all 3 against Branch after he scored a rushing touchdown. Not a single. Almost started looking. Not a single flag was blown there.
But that's exactly it.
It's ridiculous.
He did.
Pointed and walked away with his smirk on his face.
Like,
I want to smack a bitch.
Mahomes is a face that you want to smack. Like he does that, like like casual, like kind of walk off, like he like
his shirt.
no, he does this like shoulder flick kind of move kind of thing that I don't know. I think you'll get something about it. He does. But that's why any team that defeats the Chiefs automatically gets into the
honorable mention, or it's a team
automatically get a qualification for team of the week.
But the way things are happening at the moment now, refs involved. We've seen and discussed that Interpol's involved. I don't think any other team is going to beat the Chiefs the rest of the season.
Start predicting the Chiefs, my God.
That's the story, guys. No more team of the week for you guys. But there are. Most.
No, I was just gonna say that they have to let somebody win at some point. Just to
too obvious.
Can't be too obvious. I think they've crossed that line already.
100%. But we'll get more into that when we get to I probably will get to the Chiefs and Lions game. But kicking off game coverage for week 6, Thursday night football.
Kicking off with
Thursday night football. New York Giants versus Philadelphia Eagles, and the Giants beat the Eagles 34-17.
Look,
what a performance by Jackson.
Which is true as well. I will say though that the Eagles have massive problems, and
remember you discussed luck next week.
Next week. The Eagles got lucky, I think.
Too many times.
Too many times prior to week 6. I do also think, actually, week 1, possibly there was one week. It was week 1, week 2, where they had a convincing win. And it was like, okay, that's the Eagles. Eagles playing. Every other game has been, wow, we just scraped by. And it's been a lucky break, I want to say, for the Eagles. I mean, it's one thing to say that yes, they created that, but I do also think that they really relied on luck most of the time. Honestly, for me, the Eagles at this point could be 1-5, and I wouldn't realize.
Well, week 1 was them against the Cowboys, and there was that could have been it, because that was 24-20 against the Cowboys. That was a close win.
Although the Cowboys at that point was, I still think that was the lucky game.
That was a lucky game.
Okay.
Because then the next week was the Eagles versus the Chiefs. 2017. That was, I guess, more portable, but Chiefs without the refs are not great. Yeah, there was. Sorry, I moved. Eagles, Rams. Eagles beat the Rams. Eagles beat the Bucks, and then they lost against the Broncos.
I think it was the Eagles-Rams game, possibly.
33-28. I
Yeah.
think they actually started already with the Cowboys week 1, bro.
Yeah, no, it did.
That was shocking. I think that was that game.
But also, like, okay, week 1, you're kind of getting into things. Like, there were a couple of upsets. I think heading later into the rest of the weeks as things progressed, things just looked like the Eagles didn't know what they were doing, and they weren't the Eagles at that one Super Bowl last year.
The only convincing win, if you want to call it, was probably against the Chiefs.
Yeah, maybe.
Cowboys, not really. Rams, not really. Bucks, not really. And then Broncos came out and said,
What was there was a game that they won by basically blocking a field goal, and I think they managed to.
I think that was either Rams or Bucks. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
I can just see score at the moment.
I'm not too sure. It's fine. But there was one of those games.
Yeah.
You know, and that was they were going to lose.
I think that was Bucks, if I remember correctly. It could have been. I think it was.
Okay. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, the Eagles for me are kind of on a downward trend. I'd hope that they pick things up. You know, that it was just, you know, early season jitters and things were, you know, busy settling kind of thing into the new season. But at this point, yeah, they're kind of dropping off. Unless they are heading to a bye week at some point soon. It's not this week, I don't think. But hopefully they can make some turnaround.
They should have, yeah.
But yeah, it's not looking positive for the Eagles.
They should still make playoffs, but with luck, they get Super Bowl.
Yeah. Barkley's again, like looking at the Giants Eagles game. How many times did Barkley carry the ball?
Dude, I don't know when was actually that name.
Exactly. Yeah. What are they doing?
Yeah.
They have the talent there.
Yeah.
They can use it, but they're not effectively. They're not making effective use of the talent that they have. And I don't know what they're trying to pull, but it's whatever it is, it's not working.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, go back to basics. Go back to the game that you know how to play and play that.
Yeah.
You know, it's what got you Super Bowl last year.
Stick to that. They were beasts last year.
Yeah.
This year, I don't know what the heck happened there.
Actually relying on luck. That's what it is.
Yeah. But also relying on tush push so much.
Yeah.
Tush push. Oh my shit. Like there was when was up, made a note, mid-second quarter. Okay. They were like first and goal kind of thing. They tush pushed 4 times to score a touchdown. 4 consecutive tush pushes.
Consecutive.
Yeah, straight off to each other, back to back. Micah Parsons even posted on like Instagram or X or whatever it was with "This is not football" with crash emojis.
Yeah,
it's not, bro.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing. Like something is
like, anything that works on
desperately wrong with the Eagles, and at this point, they're trying to scrape by.
Yeah.
And they're getting into themselves into situations where they need to push, and it's what works. And so, okay, let's just do that to try and gain the next set of downs. And you know, yes, it drives the ball forward, but you know what? At the same time, they wouldn't have needed to do that if they were actually doing what they should have been doing.
Sorry to Eagles fans. Sorry, Tyler. But it feels pathetic.
It is.
Just instead of being ballsy and going for a play, let's just all.
But that's exactly what I mean. It's they put themselves in that situation. They're struggling effectively. They get themselves into those situations, and so they, okay, well, let's just push because it works for us. Like, and we can gain the yard to, you know.
What happens if End of last season, it didn't happen. What happens if end of this season they actually ban the tush push?
Yeah, it's an interesting take. Look, in all fairness, I don't believe in I don't believe in banning certain plays unless it's like a clear, like there's a safety issue essentially. And I mean, or to some degree, I do think the tush push is a potential issue in that regard, like in terms of safety. But at the same time, yeah, like I think the Eagles, even if you can argue against the safety aspect, and it's debatable. I'm saying that it's a thing, but maybe maybe you say, okay, fine, fair enough. It's not an issue, and yeah, tush push should be fine then, fine by all means. But the Eagles abuse it.
Yeah, they abuse it hard.
Yeah,
4 times consecutively
yeah.
in one drive. No, kiss my ass, man. That's rough. That is rough.
But also, I mean, like, how many yards are you actually potentially gaining in that? In a tush push?
Oh, 1 or 2 every now. Oh, barely 1, I guess.
I guess you can make maybe 2, because I mean, technically, yeah, you're going forward, and then you kind of, I guess, potentially also jumping over certain players. Characters, yeah. So yeah, I mean, where the ball stops, assuming that you're carrying it, you can maybe jump 2 yards onto the thing, push 3 yards, and maybe up to about 3. So yeah, I guess you could potentially, gain 10 yards from 4 downs, type of thing.
Imagine they tush push all the way from from their own ends up.
Yeah, that'll be right.
You turn the game off.
Yeah, and done at that point. Yeah, it's not football. It's not the spirit of the game.
Yeah.
It's a hacky win, or it's a hacky way to move the ball forward.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Have it in your arsenal or your playbook for when it needs to, when it actually works, and you're on a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, whatever. They need to push the ball forward. Cool, by all means, try it. Make the play if you need it. But yeah, honestly, like if you're gonna tush push the whole way, kind of thing, you know what? Like, that's just not in the spirit of the game.
Yeah. 100% facts, man. That's just ridiculous. But cool, moving on to the next game, the first game on Sunday Night Football, which is actually, this was a 3 game by us.
Yeah, it was the earlier game.
Yeah, it was played in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was New York Jets versus Denver Broncos. And shockingly, Broncos only beat the Jets 13-11.
Yes.
This was a surprisingly horrible. It was Broncos going and defeating the undefeated Eagles to doing this against an 0-5 team.
Yeah. Look, I will say the Jets defense kept them in the game a lot longer than what they should have been. It was a lot closer. The Jets could have potentially taken that. What I will say though is, I don't know what the Broncos were playing at.
Yeah.
The Broncos should have taken that easily.
Yeah. I expected a massive score.
Yeah. What seems kind of somewhat infuriating is while watching the game, was that from halftime to about the 10th minute in the 4th quarter, so the entirety of the 3rd quarter, and then about 5 minutes in the into the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Bo Nix never made a single completed pass.
Jeez,
Deferred to the run for the most part, and then the odd pass that he did attempt was incomplete, and so yeah, it was kind of basically like one pass here and there kind of thing, and then it was run. Now the Jets did a fantastic job at shutting down the Broncos run game, keeping the ball on the ground.
Why he kept going for it? No.
Yeah, nobody knows why. Like, why did Peyton keep on
Peyton?
Yeah, Sean Payton.
Oh, I think we Peyton Manning. I'm like, no, it's not with the Broncos anymore.
Sean Payton, the head coach. why he kept the ball on the ground for the entirety of the second half, when during the first half, the explosive plays came from when Nix was passing the ball. And then, like I said, at about it was the 10th minute in the fourth quarter when Nix made his first outdoor pass and completed it, and the game turned around. Like, they seemed to be on fire again, or at least start coming alive.
Yeah.
Nobody knows why why did he stop Nix from throwing?
No idea.
So yeah, so for me that was kind of just the commentators in the game were even like, yeah, Nix hasn't thrown a completed pass since the start of the second half. Like, I remember actually at the end of the third quarter, one of the commentators was like, you know, he hasn't made a pass this quarter. Like, let's see what happens next quarter. 2 minutes into the next quarter, like after the Broncos had the position, like, why is he still running the ball? Like, it was
a confusing game, man.
yeah,
It was actually, I did not enjoy this game. It was such a horrible game.
it was.
Man, it was a horrible, horrible game.
Yeah, the only reason I had I had audio or like watched the entirety of it was more because I was like, yeah, come on, Broncos, you have to wear a pick you fins. I was trying to see if like the Jets maybe like squeeze through, but yeah, it was,
And it's Sunday football, man. It doesn't matter if the game is 9 o'clock in the morning or what.
yeah, TVs. It was the only game at the time. Also, you had to watch it.
Cool, moving on to the next game, which was the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Seattle Seahawks, and the Seahawks beat the Jaguars 20. Wow. Yeah, this was actually a pretty good game. I actually enjoyed this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
So
two pretty good QBs this season battling that.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll give you that statement. So yeah, look, I did call it last season. Last episode.
You were listening properly, no?
Yeah, if you listen carefully, I did go through the numbers. So yeah, this Seahawks, obviously, as I mentioned in that game, if they shut down the run game from the Jags, which I think they did fairly well, they would have to rely on, well, the Jags would have to rely on Lawrence's passing ability and the entire, receivers and that type of thing. In terms of passing stats, Donald is and the Seahawks, like his receivers and things, I think have a much tighter game. They know each other a little bit better. Donald's accuracy is better. His obviously completion percentage is higher. Yeah, so when it comes to the passing game, Donald ranks higher than what Lawrence does, and yeah, kind of reflected in the
100%.
That's cool.
Definitely, man. But like I said, it was such a good game. I actually really enjoyed that game.
Yeah. But moving on, I mean, sorry, before we move on though, I mean, there was that massive pass went down
Donald to Jackson Smith.
Njigba.
Yeah, I can't say his name.
Jackson Smith Njigba, I think. Yeah.
It looks like an African name. Yeah, that was a beast of a pass, man.
Yeah, that can be
straight, perfect. As he's running, just straight into his hand.
Yeah.
That was gorgeous.
That was executed to perfection.
Yeah.
And there was a deep understanding of who, what, where by both parties.
Yeah.
Like you could say that was a great pass by Arnold. That was a great catch by
brilliant running from him as well.
Yeah. But it was the two parties being like completely in sync, understanding where they needed to be, how they needed to do it, and
it was smooth, man.
And they executed it flawlessly.
It was effortless. It was smooth. It was stunning. Just straight into that. Those little jumping, just
flawless victory.
But cool. Moving on to the next game, Miami Dolphins versus Los Angeles Chargers, and the Chargers beat the Dolphins 29-27.
Yeah, Dolphins had more of a game than what I expected them to.
Yeah,
it was what it was. Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah. And Dolphins just not performing again. Okay, cool. They put 27 points on, but Tua threw 3 interceptions again.
Yeah. I will say I think the Chargers got lucky there.
Yeah.
I don't think they played at a level for the win.
Yeah.
But
Well, only a 2-point win. Yeah.
yeah, I think they got lucky. Look, it was against the Dolphins, so yeah, you're expecting the mess ups at least from my side. You're expecting them to win. Well, at least I was expecting them to win. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
But like looking at it, expect them to win. Not a convincing win. I think they got lucky in the win, and yeah, I mean, okay, win's a win, fair enough.
But sure,
yeah,
a macarona.
Yeah, but yeah, Dolphins. I think they let the Dolphins way too loose. Yeah, kind of. Or yeah, again, Chargers.
They're not performing at the same standard as they did in week 1, 2, and I think 3.
Yeah, they came out, I think, swinging, and
also lost.
Okay, cool. Chargers. Maybe this is a run. Maybe this is a potential candidate for like a good team, like a really really good team this season. But kind of my expectations have
after the past 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and it kind of shows as well because Dolphins are terrible at the moment.
Yeah,
and letting them score 27 and you're only getting 2 points more.
I think that's the problem. Yeah.
Now that's rough. But let's move on to Baltimore Ravens versus the Los Angeles Rams. And this was also a very shocking game because after what the Texans did to the Ravens last week, I expected the Rams to do more. But the Rams only beat the Ravens 17-3.
Yeah. Look,
Stafford is struggling all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, it
was also another boring game.
That was my takeaway as well. Like, I thought, like watching the Texans dominate. The Texans dominated the Rams 8 last week, and okay, you could say maybe it was a boring game from the perspective that it was one-sided.
Yeah.
It was largely one-sided. But there's the exciting moment, like okay, domination,
touchdown. Yeah,
exactly. This didn't have that same level. It was oddly weird that I think it was obvious that the Ravens were going to lose the game.
1 in 5 now, bro.
Yeah, that's also the Ravens are at least on a bye this week, which I think also gives Lamar Jackson some time to come rest, or at least gives them a potential shot when they come back in week 8. That's Jackson's back in the mix. But digressing off the side there quickly. So yeah, with Jackson, Jackson's kind of the key player.
Yeah.
Look, I will say the Rams. I keep saying Rams. The Ravens O-line has had massive issues in terms of injuries and related things happening.
Sounds like the Bengals,
Yeah, but that's kind of half my point as well. Or the point that I'm leading to is the Ravens are struggling O-line wise and such, which kind of takes the offensive side out of things. Defensively, they look promising I'd say they look promising against the Bulls, but then again, it was like a really high scoring game. But effectively, the Ravens defense doesn't seem to be present. So you've got problems on the offensive side of things. The defense is not there.
Yeah.
And like a lot of teams can get by with one side of the ball doing really, really well, and the other side struggling a bit and trying to come up. You can still potentially win games, that type of thing. But with both sides out,
2 wrongs and not make a right.
Yeah, you there is no team.
Yeah.
Right. And I think key to the offensive side of things was obviously Ravens O-line. That's kind of out of commission. But then Lamar Jackson being, we spoke about it in a previous episode, him having the sort of insight to be able to read where things are. He can dodge and weave and get in and out, and make the pass in the clutch moment as well. I'd say in that regard, he's a lot better than old Mahomes. But he was key to that.
Yeah.
He's out at the moment, and so like you effectively got an entire team that's riding on one player at the moment.
He's the only person keeping their team alive.
Exactly. He's out now, so what happens to the Ravens? Well, bottom. Let's put them next to the Jets, effectively.
They pulled the Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, Ravens are kind of the team to bet against until Jackson comes back. Even then, it's going to be like a cross fingers of like are the Ravens actually going to get out of this? Depending on obviously who they're facing, but are they going to be able to do something?
That's the thing. Can Lamar back? Yeah, when they come back, when he comes back, can Lamar actually bring them back for as a playoff contender?
I think that's all. Hoping that I did read a press statement saying something to the effect of that they down a lot, but but when they come back, they can ride the entire season, or they'll make up to win the rest of the season. I'm like, but maybe not.
Because week 15 they're playing the Patriots. Shut down.
But then I will say the Bengals have been holding on to this hope with Joe Burrow here for 2 years now,
and the Bengals bring Flacco in and wins a game.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler that's for next episode. Anyway, moving on. Cool. But cool. Next game, the Indianapolis Colts versus Arizona Cardinals, and the Colts beat the Cardinals 31-7.
Yeah, this one also was, I think that
a lot closer.
Yeah, the Cardinals tightened up the game a lot. I will say it
against last week against the Titans.
Yeah.
Oh, fumble. Oh, kick. Oh, touchdown.
Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. Hey, we're hopes for a touchdown. You know what? We don't need this touchdown. Let's celebrate early and not score it.
No, the Cardinals were terrible last week.
Yeah. So they did. I think they cleaned up a lot for this game. I don't think they did too badly. Colts for me struggled a little more than what they should have, but
Colts being 5-1 and playing out how they have been playing, I expected a bigger score than this.
Yeah, but in saying that, look at that point they were 4-1.
No,
yeah, there was
1-6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So sorry.
So yeah, but came out. They're technically ranked on top of the league at the moment. So yeah, I mean, Colts punching hard, punching heavy.
Yeah. And I actually thought it might have been because it was an early morning game, and I woke up early. I saw Cardinals in the lead.
I thought they were in the lead at some point.
Yeah, they were close to the end.
Yeah.
And I woke up, so as we say in South Africa, that I thought the Cardinals won. I'm like, oh shit, here's another prediction we got wrong. And then when I was doing highlight videos, I saw, oh, wait, Colts won? Oh crap. Okay. But cool. Moving on to the next game, which was another shocker, but very proud for the boys. Carolina Panthers versus Dallas Cowboys. Oh, I was trying to get where they're from. And the Panthers beat the Cowboys 30-27.
Yeah. Surprising game.
Yeah. I did not expect the Cowboys to lose to the Panthers because Cowboys are also doing very well.
Yeah, they were on a win streak.
Yeah.
But again, for me, Cowboys feel a bit more up and down. I want to say every time I expect the Cowboys to win, they lose.
Yeah.
And then when you like, okay, this is a yeah, then they're not going to make this. This is not definitely above their thing. No, they come out and it's like a comfortable victory. And it's like,
We look into that for the predictions, right?
yeah, Cowboys is probably the team who got the most wrong at this point.
Probably true, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, look it up. It's probably true. But cool. Moving on to my team, New Orleans Saints versus the New England Patriots. And the Patriots beat the Saints 25-19.
Yeah. But
It was a good game, okay? We came out, we did our thing.
yeah,
But for some reason, the refs were against us. And we still won.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, we lost, the ref was against us, blah, blah, blah. I'm not the only one who said this. I've seen this multiple. I even showed you a clip about it.
yeah. But also watching the game, you could live. There were clear
False.
exactly.
Holy shit.
You know, I still remember one of the where they got one of the experts in weigh in on a call, and the expert was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't have called that."
Yeah, it was obvious that you're
yeah.
wrong. No, it was ridiculous, man. Because I know I'm gonna be reading it because there's a lot of notes that I put down here.
Of course.
Yeah, sorry, Patriots. But like I say, okay, so the rest against the Patriots. So a 61-yard touchdown taken away due to pass interference against Diggs when he barely even touched that.
Yeah, this was more a like trying to touch you, kind of like it was like more like a hand against the back kind of thing, like not pushing. He was at a distance where the hand would have like kind of
Parade.
barely
even touching him.
Yeah, and pass interference called, and
And we lost that touchdown. A stunning, oh my goodness, this was beautiful. I was watching it, and it was such a stunning one. A stunning 3rd and long pass from May to Diggs again, also getting taken away due to pass interference. Again, barely even touching that guy.
Yeah,
He was also just running, just put his hand on him to turn around.
actually, I think this is the call that I was talking about. Yeah, sorry, it was that one. Yeah, like it was like literally just
barely great. Barely even touched him.
Yeah.
Touched, turned around to catch.
Yeah.
Pass interference.
Okay.
Unnecessary. Then the very next play, a Saints defender holding on and pulling on Mac Collins' arm as he's trying to go for the ball.
Yeah.
Which is clear pass interference.
Yeah.
Dude is going for and he's holding and pulling down his arm. Nothing. Not a single flag. That was pass interference.
Yeah.
And obviously he did not catch the ball. Saints gets the ball.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was about to smash something. But then also Mike Brable challenging the refs on multiple calls.
Yeah.
And winning all of them.
I think he threw his flag down twice at least.
Yes.
I think you get one call, challenge as a head coach per half. I think he used them both.
Yeah.
And
won them both.
Yeah.
It was like there was the 2-point conversion where May clearly was into the end zone.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like,
here's the end zone, players over here.
The ball clearly went over. I don't think there was a question on whether it went over or not. And it was like, no, it didn't make it.
Yeah, exactly. Brable threw the flag, challenged, got the 2 points. Then there was another one where the refs called an incomplete. Oh my lord, I remember this one. This was refs called an incomplete pass against the Saints,
Way out of this.
which was clearly a fumble. This dude turned, caught the ball, landed on both his feet, turned, and still took a step. And then the Patriots player knocked the ball out of his hand. That's a fumble, not an incomplete pass.
Okay. I will say though, in defense of the refs in that case,
You supposed to have my back, bro.
I do. All right, because I also like I know we chatted about this a bit earlier, but I do remember the call being made, and it was clearly a fumble.
Yeah.
Right, like it was out, but officially according to the rules, right, the moment you catch the ball, right, you have control and possession of the ball. Right? So it has to be under control. So and that's the key part. You have to take 3 steps for it to be considered a fumble. Right. So first thing to raise is you have to have possession of the ball, and then you have to have taken at least 3 steps. Now, depending on when the determining factor is of when he gained possession, that was like the key part in that. So the possession call, at least where it clearly appeared that he had possession, he took a step, he took a second step. Before he landed the third step, the ball was knocked out.
Yeah.
And so the ruling was effectively that because he didn't complete the third step, he was landing the third step.
Yeah.
Like it was coming down, but he hadn't landed it yet. And so the third step wasn't completed. And so officially, according to the rules, it's not it cannot be considered a fumble.
There's a fumble. Yes, I 100% agree. And honestly, like I still question the reason why, according to the rules, it has to be 3 steps. Yeah, that's stupid. That is stupid.
Yeah, like you have to go one step kind of thing. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to me, and because that clearly was a fumble. It 100% agreed that was a fumble through and through. There wasn't even a question about it. But according to the rules, in order to be considered a fumble or rule a fumble, it has to be 3 steps after possession of game. So yeah, I mean, even if you took like it slightly further back as like where he didn't actually have possession, like you can see he's still like positioning the ball, he still doesn't take 3 steps at that point.
Yeah.
Gets the ball, he basically effectively gains possession during the first step. Second step, as he's planting the third step, the ball gets knocked out, and so technically it was technically ruled a incomplete. But yeah, we all know it was a fumble. But yeah, unfortunately, the rules are the rules, and yeah, if it comes to ruling on the field, that's
the law would mean nothing when it comes to the Chiefs. So that third step means nothing. It's a Patriots. Let's put it this way: if the Chiefs were there, it would have been like, oh no, that was an incomplete pass plus pass interference and penalties actually states the 3 limits. Yeah. Or roughing the receiver, I should say.
no, you can take it all the way back as like illegal formation, or you know, they'll find a reason.
Oh, those dicks. But yeah, we won, and it was awesome. And because of this win, okay,
Yeah.
we're only in week 6 now.
Yeah.
Because of this win, we actually tied to our overall wins last season.
Yeah.
4. So, and next week we're playing Titans. Should be in his holy shirt as we start kicking the ball into the end zone. It should be an easy win. And yeah, we should actually be better than we did. Be doing better this season than we did last season.
Well, look, put it this way: this season, league overall, you're in the top 10. Last season, at this point, I think you were like second last in the league.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you ended up, I think, fourth last.
Yeah, we will. That's the end of it.
There isn't a way that you can end up fourth last now. So you're definitely doing better.
It's super. Hey, we top of our division at the moment.
Yeah, that's also true. You're above the Bulls as well. So
we currently division champions.
Yeah,
as it stands. As it stands, we've 4th seed in playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be a Patriot
on the AFC side. Yeah, that's just
4th seed on the AFC side. Yeah. I think the people watching knows, or maybe not.
Maybe not. So I'm just, just a little clarity, just in case,
Yeah.
If you didn't know, now your AFC and the NFC, and Patriots on the AFC side. So
cool. Moving on to the next game, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Cleveland Browns, and the Steelers beat the Browns 23-9.
Yeah, in retrospect, I should have known that was the case.
Yeah, that you didn't. You're hoping for upset, I guess.
Yeah, I was hoping for the upsets, and honestly, I think Browns is probably one of the teams that I have every time I expect them to win.
Same like the Cowboys.
No, okay, but in the Cowboys, the difference between the Cowboys and the Browns is that when I expect them to lose, they lose. And when I expect them to win, or like I hope they win, they don't.
You expect them to lose, they lose. You expect them to win, they lose.
With the Cowboys, at least, it's kind of like the complete opposite. It's like I expect them to win, they lose. I expect them to lose, they win. It's a bit of a thing.
What the shit? That's funny. Cool. Moving on to the next game, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Tennessee Titans, and another very close game, but then again, both not so great. Raiders beating the Titans 2010.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Titans might have come off, their previous week with the win. Beating
You actually
had the Titans. They look promising, but times are up and down. So it's anybody's call of what's actually going to
do this season is a complete
yeah.
180.
Honestly, I swear I think the Titans are probably going to be firing people soon.
Yeah.
Firing
everyone.
Yeah, possibly the worst. Okay, I'll say this maybe, considering the Jets as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they're actually above the Jets at the moment.
Yeah, which is for me surprising. I think, those wins that they got.
Cool win that they got.
Well, yeah,
They got a finals.
Yeah, sorry, a win. Yeah, lucky win. I wouldn't. For me, they should have been pretty much tied with the Jets. Kind of.
That wasn't a lucky win. I don't even know what the classify that is, but that wasn't a lucky win. Like the way the Cardinals played that game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Again, the Cardinals threw that game away.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they gave them the game. It wasn't a lucky win. They just literally gave them the game.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of hope that Titans might be putting something together. Recognizing that but I think there's an over reliance on they pulled in the draft.
Cam Ward.
They pulled Cam Ward in. And I thought I think, like, looking now at it, I think they thought that we change one plan, everything's gonna magically work and be better.
Doesn't work that way, man.
Unfortunately not. So yeah,
does not work that way. But there was something I was going to say about all of that, but now completely spaced. Anyway, moving on. Moving on to the next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the San Francisco 49ers, which result was quite shocking.
Yeah.
We expected a lot tighter game, a very insane, two very good game, two teams playing against each other. But the Buccaneers beat the 49ers 30-19.
Yeah, I mean, the Bucs came out. I will say that, injuries on both sides, like last minute kind of ins and outs, whatever kind of thing. I mean, look,
but Bucs still did well with their injuries.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I think they showed a lot more promise than what the Niners did. And yeah, the Niners have been going strong, but also the Bucs kind of also feel like the games they've won have been like really like always like within 3 points kind of time almost,
and also like last quarter comebacks kind of.
But also the 49ers appear to be doing something similar. Like I was expecting it to be like a tight, okay, we're at 2020 or 2018, and then come back. Okay, no, we're coming back, and then you coming back, kind of thing. Everybody coming back at that point. You coming back, you come, yeah. Like an Oprah moment, kind of thing in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I mean, Bucks putting out the stops there, and I don't know, 49ers just been releasing.
Yeah, we actually said that's gonna be the game to watch.
Yeah,
but it was more of a walkover. Sorry, Dad. I know.
Yeah,
you upset with me now because I said that, but it kind of was.
It wasn't what
I expected from Mac Jones.
Yeah. We expected. We still talked about it last week or last episode that this was going to be the game to watch. it wasn't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, 100% agreed. But moving on to your team, the Green Bay Packers versus the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Packers beat the Bengals 27-18.
Yeah, not unexpected win there for the Packers. I do think Joe Flacco actually pulled out some stops. I mean, he was pretty much brought onto the team in the week.
Yeah.
Prior to the game.
On training and enjoying them.
Yeah. I think he did well. Having maybe 2-3 days in the team, he did a lot better than what I was expecting him to do.
Or he did better than Burrow. He did better than almost said Carson Wentz, so that's Vikings. Jake Browning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, look, Browning's maybe had gave the Bengals a bit of hope, but yeah, it kind of dropped off. Yeah, the curve drastically after that first game of his. Yeah, look, Flacco I think is a great fit for the Bengals. Yeah, and I'm saying this because given a bit of time, I think he fits in. He would actually pull the stops out.
Yeah.
And the team would center around the leadership that Flacco has. Technically, Rodgers and Flacco are the oldest QBs at the moment in the league.
Yeah, they actually called last night's game. There was Steelers, Rodgers versus Flacco, Bengals, the Unk Bowl.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so I mean, Flacco has a ton of experience, a ton of leadership skill, kind of thing. So yeah, I think the Bengals just needed a bit more time to center and focus around, for Flacco to actually
On his footing in.
find his feet, settle in, and lead enforce the I don't want to say enforce, lead the team into the what they can achieve. And so yeah, I actually think Flacco is going to be better in the Bengals than what Burrow is.
Yeah.
I don't know when Burrow is he's not coming back for the rest of the season, right? So
Really?
or at least for a good number of games still.
Well, you should be coming back. He's out for 3 months. He should be coming back, November, December.
Yeah, but that's at the end of the
That's the end of the season. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't mean like completely out of the season. I just mean for the majority of the season. So
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
For clarification.
That's what you understood. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, look, I was expecting the Packers to win that as well. It was an obvious call. Bengals against the Steelers though for week 7, different story. And I know everybody. Sorry, okay, let's not.
Yeah, we will get into that next week. So stay tuned for the next week's episode.
Yeah. Sorry, I just want last mention on that particular game, but yeah, for me, Love is still a bit of an odd call. Yeah, I didn't like a number of his passes, a number of calls that were made. I was like, why are you calling that? Why are you playing that? He looked a little lost at some points. Things weren't working. Yes, he made some great passes, made some great calls, in between. But there were, I think, obvious moments where things didn't sit comfortably with him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't comfortable, and yeah, things got, the interception that was thrown, for example, was to me just like it was an unnecessary play. He shouldn't. There was absolutely no reason to make that throw.
But Love tends to do that though.
Yeah,
which is frustrating.
And that's the frustrating part for me. Yeah. So I know there's been talk of he's second tier kind of thing. Your grades, Bulls QB, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Is obviously in that list. Love is in maybe a second or third tier kind of rankings. I think he's probably second somewhere there. But yeah, or in the second tier kind of list. But yeah, I have my doubts. Yeah. Long term, I have my doubts.
Yeah, because like we spoke about it the one day. I still can't remember the first guy, but he led the Packers to Super Bowl at 27. Favre led the Packers to Super Bowl 27. Rodgers led the Packers to Super Bowl at 27. Love is 27 now in November.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna break that streak.
Look, if we can sort out our offensive side, defense for the Patriots working brilliantly. They do have their blips, but every team does. But offensively, I don't think we're quite there, and a lot of that has to do with injuries, and so yeah, I don't blame the Packers, kind of, in a sense. I just don't like where they're at, and I don't like that. Even if we did have a great O-line, great receiver corp, I don't think Love can necessarily make the play every time.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that dodgy moment. Like there was a throw that he made in the game. He threw into deep coverage, and I was like, there's like not same direction of the field kind of thing. Open play this side. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm not on the field, so I can't see what's
What he can see,
what he can do. And potentially the defenders didn't have to lob it over the sort of bunch kind of thing. But there's an open man there, but he throws it all the way down the field that side into deep coverage.
Yeah.
Okay, pass is incomplete.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, then balls, but
Rather incomplete than intercepted.
yeah. But that's the thing. I was like, but why are you passing down that side? Like, there's two defenders on that guy, and they're like heavy covering him. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Guy, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Make a couple of yards. And push the chains.
Yeah.
Like you like slowly progress down the field if you need to.
Yeah.
But at least you're progressing down the field.
But it goes back to what we said before. It's like you want to get off the field as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say this season he seems less inclined to do that. But at the same time,
He's still doing it.
there is still hints of that.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, Jordan Love, ne?
yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
do not love you.
I will say, Josh Jacobs, man, one of the best investments they made in a long time. And that guy.
What about Michael Parsons, no?
Oh yeah, well,
better.
yeah, but look, Parsons has been a little bit quiet in the last like 2 or 3 games. Yeah, since the Cowboys game, he's been off the gas.
Guys go like go down, look at his stats. I'm like 1 tackle here or 2 tackle. I'm like,
Yeah,
the whole process.
yeah. So, but that's defensively.
Yeah.
I think the entire defensive corp is doing what they meant to do, and I think they're keeping the points off the board, and opposing team points off the board. I think they're doing a fantastic job. At least, I mean, like looking back over the last like 5 years, good lord, they're so much better than last year's team, or last year's defensive side, and then like going back further as well. Yeah, we actually have a defense now. Kind of thing. Yeah, but offensively, I think that's kind of where the struggle is at the moment. And like our only real main guy, like the one guy you can rely on at this point, is Josh Jacobs. I'm just saying.
That's funny.
Okay, but yes, I've spoken enough about the Packers. What's next?
Moving on. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Lions. Detroit Lions, and what a disgusting game this was. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Lions 30-17.
Yes.
And like I stated here on top, my first comment, Chiefs, refs, and the NFL are at it again.
Of course.
As we mentioned
Yeah.
in the news updates, it's just ridiculous. Because like the amount of calls they called on Lions and not Chiefs. Like there was the one call, Josh Allen, wrong team, brother. And Jared Goff scored a touchdown.
Yep.
They waited like a minute and a half before Dan Campbell,
Still
the head
question.
coach of the Lions, questioned why are you waiting so long? And he spoke to a random one of the referees and said, no, we got a call from NFL themselves saying we need to overturn this touchdown. So they went to go discuss it. He went to the head ref, asking the same thing. He's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. NFL refs are back in the Chiefs hardware.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the NFL wants a Chief somewhere. Maybe they're funding something. Who knows? But
there was clips I saw that they said that Kansas City Chiefs is like their moneymaker. They need to have them in the playoffs or need to have them in the Super Bowl. Kiss my ass, man. People will come watch any Super Bowl then. Chiefs does not have to be anywhere near. And they won't be.
it might be because, I mean, if you think about it, Kelsey dating Swift, and so it's brought in
Taylor Swift comes to the games and
and a lot of so it's brought in crowds that wouldn't normally have watched NFL.
that is
Are
very
not
fair.
suddenly watching. Yeah, and so it's the moneymaker, right? That's I mean, kind of that's technically also the reason why they started expanding into Europe and Brazil and all over the world is because games are games, and the American population is limited.
Yeah.
They've kind of saturated the market, and there's college games, and there's plenty of other football happening as well in the States. And so people get like, yeah, okay, NFL's the biggest league, and et cetera, et cetera. But where's the next bump in income gonna or profit gonna come from?
JJ.
Well, yeah, bring it into like Europe and things, new audiences, new crowds. So get them excited, and all of a sudden you've got like a money generator on foreign soil.
Yes.
And and then locally, I mean, Chiefs suddenly have like an edge. Like, oh wait, one of our teams has brought in, like there's a ton of people, the numbers, marketing numbers, whatever kind of thing come in, and it's like, oh wait, we had some massive spike in viewership and type of thing, and people coming to the games because maybe they get a chance to see Swift, and and so it's a massive or boost in revenue, and we're some backing out. Or actually, let's keep the Chiefs happy because that
We need TT at this.
Yeah.
Tay at the Zoo.
yeah.
No, it's ridiculous, man. They can't NFL cannot operate like this, man.
Yeah, no, it can't. Like, it just throws a bunch of I want to say like dirt on the sport as a whole, and it just makes it. I want to say like it muddies the name of the sport,
Yeah.
and muddies the league itself.
Yes.
And ultimately it ends up driving Kelsey retires.
I was literally thinking that early on as well when you brought up Kelsey. What happens if he retires next year? You were supposed to retire this year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What happens if he retires next year?
And then
No more Tay.
and then everybody that like the loyal sport followers, the people that were there originally, like following 4 years and all getting into it kind of thing for the sport, realizes this year that, oh well, oopsies, the Chiefs are paying to win.
Yeah.
And okay, so this is rubbish, whatever kind of thing, screw this. They leave. Next year Kelsey leaves, Swift goes with them, and all those people that were there watching the thing drop off, but now you've got the additional drop off of the actual loyal followers kind of thing. And long term it doesn't it's help you at all.
It's
Worse off.
ridiculous, man. Absolutely mind-boggling. I cannot get over it.
Yeah.
I was just watching those clips that I showed you. It just It angers me.
Yeah, I mean,
But let's move on so we don't get any more anger.
yes, that's what it is. Yeah, sorry.
Next game, Atlanta Falcons versus Buffalo Bulls. And the Falcons beat the Bulls 24-14.
Yeah, this was surprising for me, but I do think look, I didn't watch this game. I will say it's one of the games I didn't watch. I'm surprised that the Bulls lost it, but I will say that
It shows you what Drake made is. Drake made him cower in the corner, is like scared. He's like, next game, he's terrified.
look, I will say the Bulls do have some key points to work on. There are some key issues. They came out swinging. They looked like they look strong. But I think as the season's worn on, the holes have been somewhat exposed.
Yeah.
And they don't have an answer yet for that. They are on a bye week this week, for week 7, which I think will do them good if they can work out the issues that they have. And I'd expect them to be able to do that. What I'm hoping the Bulls avoid is a kind of repeat of the previous seasons where, last season was maybe a bit that was different because they went against the Chiefs at the conference conference championships, but
I was still blind, man.
yeah. But in saying that, the Bulls do have a tendency to kind of drop off when they need that moment. They're doing well, and then you get that dip as well. I had the same thing about the Lions over the years. Last year they proved me wrong, obviously. Changed up things. I don't think the Bulls have yet had that.
Yeah.
They're still going through their ups and downs, training, not training phase, but that finding themselves, kind of phase.
But I think the Bulls was pulling the same thing as the Eagles. With their luck got to them. Or the lack of luck. Because first game, they came out, destroyed Ravens in a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Then tighter game. Week 4, when did we play them? We played in week 4. They lost to us. No,
it
was a great game, tighter. Then they lost to us. Now they lost to the Falcons. So I think they're on a massive dip.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're definitely in a dip. I will say that the Bulls have they're different to the Eagles.
Yeah.
In that the Eagles, they have the talent, they're just not using it. And they've somehow decided that they want to do something different, which is not working for them. But they kind of refusing to get off it, get off that path. The Bulls, for me, also have talent, and they're a really good team. I just think in their case, it's more of we had some injuries here, we've lost this player there, kind of thing, whatever. And then there's almost like a lack of will, if I can put it. They could definitely do it. It's just they don't have problems like the Eagles have. The Eagles have different problems. The Bulls, for me, they've got some issues. All teams have issues. They've got some issues, I think, particularly defensively wise. But in saying that, they just don't seem to they want to win, but they don't have the will to make it happen on the field.
That's fair.
And I think that's where they're struggling a little bit. They come out and they're like, yeah, okay, cool. The win, what was it, week 3, I think. yeah, they let the game get way too close.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, fourth quarter they come out and they're like, okay, yeah, field goal, touchdown, whatever kind of thing. Okay, cool.
Was similar to Dolphins.
31, 480 or something, whatever kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, it's for me, it's they more resting on like comfortability. They're like, okay, it's
We're the number one team. We're not,
we don't have to do too much kind of
Yeah.
thing. Okay, just do the bare minimum, and then that's gonna bite them in the ass, which did twice. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's something to work on, like maybe motivation, or like, hey, we can actually win the Super Bowl. We can get to Super Bowl. We can win it. This is our year. Let's focus, like knuckle down, and actually like motivate yourselves, and
Yeah.
push through and get there. It feels like they're more like,
You didn't get there, we get there.
yeah,
That was just not cool, man. Come on, Bills.
yeah.
Moving on to the final game of week 6. Washington Commanders versus the Chicago Bears. Bears beating the Commanders 25-24. Same score back-to-back, bring. 25-24 last week for Bears as well.
Bears didn't play last week, so the
last game.
Yeah.
You and
We
Wayne were understood.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, surprisingly, Bears taking that. I thought the Commanders would have had that with Jaden Daniels.
Pretty close for
Robinson.
Commanders.
Yes,
That was a very close game, actually.
it was.
Commanders were in the lead a lot of that game, and Bears just came back. Huh?
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's happening with Commanders, but happy for the Bears. Great.
Team.
Yeah, the NFC North is back in business. I think a little bit. Don't think the Bears have enough to qualify for playoffs at any in any sort of like long shot game. But in saying that, I'm happy that the Bears came back. Yeah, did what they need to do. So
That was a kind of very good game, man. Good win for the Bears. Yeah. Cool beans. But let's move on to our week 6 standings of our little internal competition. So week 6, I'm going to just run through the games I won or got correct. So I got the Broncos versus Jets correct. Chargers versus Dolphins. Lions. Rams versus Ravens. Colts versus Cardinals. Patriots versus Saints. Steelers versus... I'm saying versus the whole time.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah. Steelers over Browns. Raiders over Titans. And Packers over Bengals is the ones that got right.
Yeah, so I think kind of similarly, except yeah, I got had the Broncos over the Jets. I think that was an easy call.
Yeah.
Seahawks over Jags. That for me was random numbers. Had my numbers. If you watch the previous
Listen properly.
yeah, you listen properly, you would have got that too. Chargers over Dolphins, Rams over Ravens. That's why I keep saying Rams instead of
Ravens.
Yeah. Anyways, Rams over Ravens, Colts over Cardinals, Patriots over Saints, Packers over Bengals.
Yeah.
You did, and if you were listening, folks, you got eight correct, and I did get only 7 correct.
I won this round, man. Yes, so week 6, I'm 8 for 7.
Yeah,
and you 7 for 8.
I will say I did make the mistake again. Browns over Steelers.
Yeah.
That where we had a difference.
Yeah.
The other game that's for me was a bit closer, and I don't think necessarily I made a bad call, but in retrospect, probably wasn't the greatest call. So yeah, prior to the time, I don't think I made the best call, but I think I made an accurate call. In retrospect, obviously not. Titans over Raiders, which you had the other way around. Raiders as Titans. But yeah, that puts us, I guess, at a gain of 5-point difference. You had 56 and you had 51.
Overall score, man.
Yes.
Still in the lead with 5 points, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who gonna be the champion at the ending?
You're not that far off. You.
But cool, let's move over to our power rankings quickly. So my power rankings at number 10, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 9, Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 8, Seattle Seahawks. Number 7, Green Bay Packers. Number 6, New England Patriots. Number 5, Buffalo Bills, dropping down quite a bit after their 2 weeks lost back to back.
Yeah.
Number 4, San Francisco 49ers. Number 3, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 2, Detroit Lions. And number 1, Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I see the Eagles have disappeared off your list. And
Yeah, screw the Eagles.
And I see the Patriots are somehow above the Packers. No,
because we're doing better. We're doing better. We didn't draw against the Cowboys.
You haven't played the Cowboys. But okay, good. So running down my power rankings at this point, Lions at number 1. I know they did lose, but against the Chiefs.
Yeah, it was
Who you playing against?
unjust.
Yeah, you 11 versus 15 at throughout the game. What are you gonna do? So yeah, Lions at number 1, Colts at number 2. I think the Colts are doing
5-1, man.
Yeah. Bulls at number 3, Bucks at number 4, Packers sitting at 5. Number 6 coming in, Broncos. I've elevated them. I've brought Steelers in at number 7. Yeah, I don't wanna fault them. I'd love to be done with Mr. Rogers and
You love them too much.
no. But yeah, they have been doing pretty decent, and yeah. The game has been elevated for the Steelers. Eagles dropping to number 8 at the moment. I don't honestly know why I'm still keeping them around.
No idea.
But yeah, let's hope they solve their issues. Number 9, Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks doing pretty well for me. And then number 10, 49ers.
Yeah. I like that you complain that Patriots is above the Packers in my power rankings, and bitch, Patriots are not even on your power rankings. So
Hold up.
they're honorable mention. They're number 11.
I was gonna say honorable mention, but yeah, there were honorable mentions. There's like a group of about 3 teams, 4 teams that are very different society team. Yeah. To pick a top 10 at this point for me is
very difficult.
yeah. As like Patriots are in the group. I've kind of been juggling, trying to bring them in. Like Rams is also in the group. Yeah, it's trying to figure out where things are going.
I don't judge. This is a joke.
No, that's fine.
It was just a joke. I think it doesn't.
Listen, when they beat the Titans this in week 7, week 7, I still won't add them to our rankings because it's the Titans.
Yeah.
But in
week 8 when we beat, was it the Browns or the Falcons? It's one of the two. I can't remember now.
Yeah. After then I'll consider adding them.
I have a feeling that my next power rankings doesn't have the Packers in it.
You can do, it's your power rankings, my guy. You can do whatever you want. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just messing. But you know what? When you're wrong, if you're wrong, you're wrong, right? Yeah. No, that's fair. That's true.
Let's go on to the AM Sideline Awards, kicking off with MVP of the week.
Yeah.
Who is honorable mentions and MVP?
Yeah. So we've added Jackson Smith Njigba, wide receiver for the Seahawks. Obviously, that's that beautiful catch from Arnold, touchdown catch as well. Yeah. So Yeah. 162 yards from 8 receptions. That's 20.2 yards per reception and a touchdown to boot as well. Yeah, it was just a beautiful play. Greg May, quarterback for the Patriots, throwing 18 or completing 18 from 26 attempts, 261 yards and 3 touchdowns to boot.
Yeah.
Those were the honorable mentions, but award goes to Cameron Scatterbury.
He had a fantastic game.
Yeah, running back from the Giants, rushing 98 yards from 19 carries, scoring 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He powered through that like a beast.
One touchdown. He's been.
Yeah,
Would do.
yeah, he basically that man. Yeah, if Scatterbury is in your fantasy league, well done, my guys. You just yeah. But yeah, you want to tell us about Team of the Week?
Yeah, Team of the Week. We went, honorable mention, we went to the Giants. Fantastic win for the Giants, beating the Eagles. Come on, that was just a great game, man. Scatterbury as well, like we just said now, winning MVP was a brilliant game. Jackson Dart was just stunning. But our Team of the Week, we went with Carolina Panthers. What a game for the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, for the win over...
win over the Cowboys. Yeah, like we said, Cowboys are up and down, but there was just something about that win. The way the Panthers performed was just...
Yeah, look, I mean, I wouldn't say the Cowboys were on a downside.
It was a very tight game.
Yeah, it was tight. I think, Panthers put up the numbers, put up the skill. Yeah, show what they have.
Yeah.
The question though is, where are the Panthers every other game?
Exactly.
You know, again, you can clearly see what they can do.
Yeah, with the capable of. Yeah.
Where's this Panthers? So
You.
Yeah. Where's this Panthers in every other week?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, they made a showing 2 weeks ago. Who did they play? Oh, where they beat who did they beat now?
Dolphins.
I can't remember.
I remember the Panthers having a very impressive win as well.
Yeah, they 2-4 now as well.
Yeah. Panthers. They're 3-3. Holy shit. Lost the Jags. Lost the Cardinals. Beat the Falcons 3-0. We beat them. Yeah, then they beat the Dolphins and now they beat the Cowboys. So they're on a winning streak, 2-game winning streak.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So I mean, beating the Falcons.
Yeah. 13-0.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously the beat the Dolphins last week.
Yeah,
as you mentioned, but where's in Dolphins, whatever, the Falcons, they like was a sudden like wow moment kind of thing. Like, wait, what? Like Panthers?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Falcons lost that game to the Dolphins, but in saying that, Panthers did take advantage of the situation. And then I mean, where's this Panthers
The rest of the season.
Yeah.
All the other games. Yeah.
Exactly.
They're actually doing a lot better than some of the other teams. Holy shit.
Yeah.
3-3.
Yeah.
Compared to Jets 0-6. Freaking Ravens 1-5.
Yeah.
Jeez, like it, man. Now that's mad. But cool. Moving on to the last award, game of the week. Boom.
All right,
baby.
So, Jaguars versus Seahawks. That had to be at least a honorable mention. One of the games of the week. So yeah, honorable mention for that. Dolphins Chargers game was actually pretty decent as well. But yeah. Again, we did mention last week that the Bucks 49ers game was supposed to be, that was expected to be exciting. I think that was an average of the week, at least in expectation.
Yeah.
Prior to the time. but it turned out to be not such a great game after all. So yeah, game of the week ended up going to Panthers versus Cowboys. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a very, very good game, man.
Yeah.
Shockingly good game from
Yeah.
the Panthers. My goodness. But those were all our awards. MVP, team, and game.
Yeah.
Moving on to our final segment, our week 7 predictions.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
No.
But oh, yes.
These have been posted just for reference prior to the start of week 7, Thursday night football. So these were posted definitely prior to that. So,
we post this either Wednesday or Thursday, depending when you send me your predictions.
Yeah.
We post it either Wednesday or Thursday morning on our Instagram and TikTok. So follow us there to get it firsthand. Otherwise, you hear it now.
Yeah.
And this is going to be an exciting week of football.
Yeah. By quick price.
Because the last time we had so many differences. I went 13-3 up, you went 8-8.
Yeah.
So far, it's looking the other way. Spoiler alert for next week. I'm 0-1, you 1-0. But let's move on quickly. Get this done. So I went Steelers over the Bengals, Jaguars over the Rams, Vikings over the Eagles, Patriots over the Titans, Jets over the Panthers. I know that's shocking, but there's just there's this feeling I have that the Jets are going to surprise us against the Panthers. I don't know why. So the Panthers are 3-3, like we just spoke about, but I don't know why. I have this feeling that something's going to happen.
The Jets need to pull something out.
Yeah.
I think, there's
it's really bad.
jobs on the line, and surprisingly, people haven't been fired yet.
Facts.
In saying that, I mean, it's possible they come out, but I think they're traveling. If I'm not, they're playing at Panthers.
I'm not too sure it's possible.
Okay, carry on. I'll check in later.
Cool. Then I have the Browns over Dolphins, Bears over Saints, Chiefs over Raiders. Well, Chiefs over everyone, seeing that NFL and Red don't involved. Yeah, agreed. Colts over Chargers, Giants over Broncos, Packers over Cardinals, Commanders over Cowboys, 49ers over Falcons, Lions over Buccaneers, and Seahawks over Texans.
Yeah.
And that's my predictions. We have 5 differences.
Yeah, it's 5 now, yeah?
Yeah.
This week.
It's the same as week 3, which is the highest. I got excited, but when I did my prediction, I saw yours. I'm like, who is the difference? Who is the difference? Who is it? Oh, it's a piece of candy. Oh, it's a piece of candy. And I'm like, oh, wait, is this going to be the highest? I'm like, oh, okay, it's 5 as well. So curious to see what happens. It could be we could split it. You get 2 wins, I get 3 wins, or I'll get 2 wins, you get 3 wins. Or
The point is, at the end of the day, there will be a winner by at least one. Yeah. It's not like we've got like 4 differences and then you get 2, I get potentially, and it's like a tie game.
Yeah.
We've had one tie week
2.
Yeah. We
14-2, baby.
Yeah.
Our best week so far, man.
Exactly. Right. Well, I guess I need to cover mine, right? So
yes, sir.
Yeah, Bengals over Steelers, obviously. Well, I say obviously. Everybody seems to have predicted Steelers taking that. This guy
was smart.
It was correct.
I'm gonna lie. I actually thought Bengals. I'm like, Bengals. Maybe I should go Bengals. Should I go Bengals? Maybe I should go Bengals. I'm like, no, the way Rodgers is playing, it should be Steelers.
No, but like I said, Joe Flacco has a better command over the game than what Rodgers does, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he just needed time to step into the role. Look, very tight game, but we'll cover that next week. Jags over Rams. I've won Eagles over Vikings.
That's another
that was kind of one of the debates that I had internally, but because I don't trust the Eagles at the moment, but also don't think that they're going to go on a 3-win streak, 3-1 streak, or a 3-loss streak. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, also Vikings having some minor little issues with injuries, additional injuries. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Patriots over Titans. I think that's pretty obvious at this point. I've gone Panthers over Jets. I don't think the Jets are doing anything fantastic. They are just bottom of the league for a reason. I don't think they're giving anything, or there's going to be any difference between last week and this week. Generally speaking, I've gone Browns over Dolphins, which I seem to make the wrong call on the Browns almost every single time I pick the Browns to win.
Well, that's disappointing because I win Browns as well.
I know, but it's my either little little dubious call kind of thing. I've gone Saints over Bears. Chiefs over Raiders. Again, Chiefs, as you mentioned. Yeah.
They've taken the rest of the games.
You can't beat the reps in the game. So, if the Chiefs are in bed with the reps, then, well, you kind of have to go with the Chiefs. Colts over Chargers. Broncos over Giants.
Another difference, I win Giants.
Yeah. I do think the Broncos defense will keep the Giants at bay largely.
Well, that's what that one guy said about the Colts. And then they got a penalty on a missed field goal.
Yes.
Which into a closer field goal.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. We'll see how that goes. Packers over Cardinals. I think it's going to be a tight game, but Packers should take that. Commanders over Cowboys. 49ers over Falcons. A question on that one for me. But yeah. Moving on. Lions over Bucks. That was a difficult one to call. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's difficult for me as well.
Yeah.
There was a lot of difficult calls this game. This week, I should say.
Yeah. Actually, and then the last one as well. Seahawks over Texans. That's I don't know how long trying to run through numbers, run through different scenarios. The Texans actually have a really, really strong defense.
Yeah.
Defensive unit, which is effective against the Seahawks sort of style of offensive plays. And so there's going to be issues there. I don't know if it's going to basically come down to, I think in my mind, the Seahawks defense.
Yeah.
Which isn't as strong as the Texans, but I'm hoping Donald puts up the numbers and allows him to carry over.
Give it to Jackson Smith. My third is good.
Covered plays like that, and I think golden.
100%. But cool, bro.
That
was it.
Nice.
That's the end of episode 15. Thank you very much, guys, for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Give us your thoughts, your opinions, your feedback to this episode, to last week, week 6, to week 7. Let us know, man.
Yeah. And if you're in the Jeffreys Bay, St. Francis, Port Elizabeth kind of area,
Enki, Ubertina,
and surrounds kind of area, next weekend, 25th, 26th of October, feel free to join us down at GLA, Global Leadership Academy School.
We'll put the QR code back up again. Scan it.
Or right about now.
Scan. Yeah, scan it, sign up.
Yeah.
After I was mixing words when I said scan.
And then, coming in out how the game works if you don't know, and if you have kids or you are a youth you are in the youth I don't know what I want to say
department on the youth age.
You are of a youthful age, then I mean you're welcome to play. Otherwise, as an adult, you're welcome to learn how to coach and join us for a weekend of fun.
Exactly. So we will see you guys there. So, my friend, wrap us off.
I guess we're done, right? That's all right. No. Hold on. I haven't done the thing yet. I'm just asking. We're done, right?
Yeah, we done.
Okay, cool. Then I'll catch you next time.
From Sideline.
The AM Sideline Report, will you go to the crew? Touchdowns and tackles, we give you the view. Huddle up, football fans, this show's for you. From the pregame hype to the final whistle, true.